I guess Nancy.
Nick.
Hey, how are you?
Okay, let's call this regular meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Councilor Lawson,
Here.
Councilor White,
Here.
Councilor Fitzpatrick,
Here.
Councilor Lassie,
Here.
Mayor Kopowicz.
Here. We've already risen for the pledge, so we'll pass that. Is there anyone here for public input? Does anyone want to speak for public input? Okay. No one is speaking. So we've got additions or deletions. Joe White, resignation from the ambulance department. We will put him right under Chief Bissonette's resignation. And then Joe White's 2-year leave of absence from the fire department. We'll put that under Cody's resignation. And then Philip Rule's resignation from the police department. We'll put that under there as well. Are there any other additions or deletions? No? Do I have a motion?
I'll move to accept the additions.
Okay, motion by Lassie. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Lossing. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Abstain? Okay, motion's carried. Consent agenda. Approve the minutes of the special meeting of September 30th, 2025, the regular meeting of October 7th, 2025, and the emergency meeting of October 10th, 2025. We've got approval of all bills and payrolls as audited by the audit committee, the overtime report, and the correspondence.
Make a motion to adopt or accept the consent agenda.
Okay, motion by White to accept the consent agenda. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Fitzpatrick. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? Motion carries. Attorney's report.
Thank you, Mayor. Just clarity on the last two votes. Were you abstaining?
Me? No.
Were you
No.
issuing an abstention vote, or are you asking for
I
abstention?
was asking for one,
Great.
just in case.
Nothing else from me, Mayor.
Okay. Mutual aid agreements? Were you able to review the mutual aid agreements? Everything is okay?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. City clerk update.
Thank you. Just a couple of things, actually, just want to update council on. I've had the opportunity to reach out to a few of our ambulance volunteer employees, and they know who they are because I won't get into, I don't think I can get into publicly who, but we have got some people who are really stepping up. And I've tried to reach out to them and let them know how much we appreciate that they're really taking a lot of on-call hours. And I just want to publicly acknowledge that some of the volunteers are really stepping up and doing a great job for us and how much we really appreciate that. So when you see them, please say thank you. I sent an email out on the 10th of October to the council members, just addressing an issue where a payroll item was created in our software. It was created the opposite of how it should have been. So it was an employer paid benefit instead of employee paid. And so the individuals that have had that on their paycheck have not actually been getting that deduction or that were signed up for that benefit. The issue with that is also that it is unclear whether or not those individuals were aware that they were signing up for a benefit that actually cost them an additional amount of money. And so at this point, it has cost the city just under $600. And I provided the options that we have at this point is that the city takes the responsibility for the premium cost, that the city deducts the premium cost from the 5 employees' paychecks, or that there's a combination of both. Would you like me to go into it further for the record, for the public, to explain, or do you want to? Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
So the things that we need to consider is that the premium cost to each of the 5 employees ranges from about $75 to $150 per employee since the plan's inception. We are not able to determine or know if any employees have made claims on the policy. That is considered confidential information, so we just do not have the right to know that. We're not able to discern that the employees actually intended to purchase the optional coverage. Due to the manner in which the open enrollment was handled by the clerk last year. It might be considered unfair that some employees have had this coverage at the cost of the city and others have not. Individual policies can be canceled. We could get a slight return of the monies that we've paid. If they're canceled, the employee would no longer have the coverage. But individuals could retain the policy and the employees can have could have those city paid premiums deducted from their paychecks and then retain the coverage and have the ability to file claims through November 30th. So I need direction on how council wants me to handle that.
Nancy, have you spoken with the employees that are affected by that?
I've spoken with 2 of the 5, and one of those employees was aware that they had signed up for the coverage and knew that it was at an additional cost and just had not noticed that it wasn't being taken out of their paycheck. The other employee had no intention of signing up for that additional coverage and so was not surprised that it wasn't coming out of their paycheck. The issue that we have with the paperwork from enrollment last year is that it is in the former clerk's handwriting that they chose that benefit. It's not the employee's handwriting, and it's on a form where both employee's handwriting and clerk's handwriting. So it's not, and the form is a little bit confusing, I agree, because it says medical, dental, vision. And our vision insurance, our regular vision insurance is included in our medical insurance, and then it's an enhanced vision. And so there were some people that checkmarked the vision, but the clerk did not write in enhanced. And so it did not, there was a presumption there that they were not signing up for the enhanced, that they were just signing up for the regular vision that comes along with the health. And there was a variety of ways the forms were filled out. There was not a consistency at all. So it's really difficult to tell whether people intended to do it, whether they knew what they were doing. And so I think there was confusion.
Is this one of those insurance things that requires a certain month for open enrollment, or is this something we can rectify like immediately?
Well, they're enrolled and the insurance has been in place. We can cancel and get up to 2 months of premiums back.
Well,
But it will, so it will depend on what we want to do. So for the employee that did know that they had the coverage and thought it was at an additional expense, I don't know if we can give them a different option than we would give anybody else of either canceling it or, collecting it. I don't see that as being fair, that we would ask one employee to pay for it just because they thought they were, but the other four to not pay for it because
Right.
it's pretty confusing
Mm.
at this point. And I guess, would you like my recommendation?
Mm-hmm.
My recommendation is that the city go to each employee and offer them the opportunity. They can either cancel it or they can retain it. If we cancel it, the city will get back any premiums that it paid on their behalf, and they will no longer have the insurance available to make a claim. If they want to retain it, they can pay the premiums and they can continue to have the coverage and still make claims through November 30th. Joel, does that work for you?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I would, without seeing the policy and the terms of it, I can't advise specifically on that, but I think conceptually it works.
So just so I'm understanding this, so if they decide they want to keep it, they will then pay for the premiums that have been paid up to this point.
They would reimburse the city
Yes,
for the
okay.
premiums going back to the inception of the plan, which for each employee would be $75 to $150.
I think that sounds,
And if they never wanted the coverage and, whether or not they used it or not, we don't have the ability to have that knowledge.
Mhm.
We can say cancel, and then any return premium would come back to the city, not to the employee, of course.
And
Because they
you're,
never paid it.
and what I heard you say earlier, it sounds like it's at the worst case scenario, we're out $600.
Worst case,
Worst case.
$600.
And if someone would want to keep it, it'll be less than that.
Yes.
I think seems like a fair way to go.
Jim, any
Yep,
thoughts?
I think that's a good way out.
Yeah.
Okay, John?
I agree.
Okay, do we have a motion then?
I'll make a motion that we go ahead and ask the employees that are under this plan if they want it. If they do, they'll repay the $75 to $100, and if they don't, the city will absorb whatever loss incurs from that.
Okay.
I'll second that.
And the second by Lawson. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries. Anything else?
Yeah, I do have just a couple more things.
Mhm.
On the opposite side, we did find an error that we've been paying sales tax on a certain contractual service for several years. And so we have actually applied to the state to get that back. And so our application is for about $5,000 that hopefully will be returned to us before the end of the year on sales tax that's been getting paid for years that we just didn't notice. So that's good news. So your
Yes.
600 is now offset
By 5,000.
by 5,000. I just wanted to give an update about data requests. In September, we had 5 data requests come into the office, and just 2 of them were to review the audit results. 2 were just for some various miscellaneous financial information, and 1 was for project information.
Okay.
Just an informational point, we're doing the annual benefits enrollment on Tuesday for full-time employees. I've set up a meeting with everybody that's eligible for the benefits to walk them through everything that's offered to them. And we'll be making sure that they understand everything that they're signing up for and what they're not signing up for and what the costs will be. And then going back to the DNR's request for return of the funds. So last council meeting, there was a authorization made to return those funds to the DNR. I've received some additional information on that, just about what years specifically those dollars were coming from. There's also some discussion amongst other communities about fighting the refund of those funds back to the DNR, because the reconciliation that the DNR did was over the last, I think it goes back to 2018. Well, those funds were given to the city the city planned them in our budgets. We've spent that money. And to return it now is a real hardship. So,
Mhm.
and I know that there's other cities
Yeah.
that are feeling the same way. So I'm wondering if the council would like to reconsider that authorization to return those funds until we have more
Okay, sure.
information.
Let's join those other cities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a call from Paul at Rams, and he said Rams is fighting it on behalf of everyone, and I think we should also. And in worst case scenario, I think we should either request like a payment plan, or something along those lines. So I think we should go ahead and do it. It wasn't our fault, and
Yep.
that's kind of a lot of money for us to hit right now. So
Do you need
Yeah.
a motion for that?
Yes.
I will make a motion that we resend the prior.
does the person who made the motion have to?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Who did? Kirsten,
Just under correspondence.
It was, yeah, so
It was never formally motioned to pay it back.
I thought there was a vote on it, wasn't there?
To adopt the consent agenda, it was under correspondence. They never decided to pay it back.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Oh,
All right.
okay,
So then
so
we
yeah.
don't need to.
Okay,
Well, we
Okay,
can
so
make
you
a
can make a new
motion to
motion.
clarify it.
right.
So make a motion, we don't pay it back and that we
Yeah.
wait to hear
So
what
that's what our motion,
the
that's
other
what my motion will
cities,
be.
yeah.
Okay,
That we hold off on paying it back and join the fight not to.
okay. Is that your motion or Joe's motion?
My-
Okay, so Lossing motions
I'll second it.
and White seconds. Do we have any discussion?
That was on October 7th, it's in the minutes.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries. Okay, unfinished business. Don't really have anything yet. Okay, committee reports. Recreation Committee, approve the Arena Club use agreements. Those are in the packets. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we accept the approve the arena agreements.
Gotta do one at a time.
You have to abstain. You have to do one.
Okay, so which one is the first one? Babbitt Blue Line. So, do we have a second?
I'll second the motion for the Babbitt Blue Line.
Second by White. Okay. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain?
Abstain.
Aye. Abstain. Two
Abstain.
of us abstain. Okay, motion carries. So next one is
Figure
the
skating,
figure
I'll
skaters.
move we enter into the agreement.
Okay, motion by Lassie. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Fitzpatrick. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain?
Aye.
Motion carries. Ely Blue Line, use agreement. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the agreement.
Motion by Fitzpatrick. Do we have a
Second.
Second by Lossing. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? Motion carries. Okay, banner advertisement for the Castellano agreement. So, Caitlin, this is new, right?
Yeah, this is new.
Uh-huh.
If you remember, we tried to do this with the dasher boards last year,
Mhm.
but it turned out the dasher boards were in pretty poor condition, so we're trying again with 4 by 8 foot banners for the arena. And these are the prices that we came up with, and we've got a mailing list, and looking for you guys to set a price.
Okay, and this money goes right to your rec department, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Did-
And who's
Well, arena operating, so that's.
arena operating fund? Okay, yep.
Yep.
And so are you sending these out to,
We're
places
working-
or?
Working with the office.
Okay, nice.
Per our meeting, Caitlin, were we going to, and it won't change that we want to approve that you do this, but were we going to find out on the size of what some of the other communities were doing? And maybe it might cut the original down, or what was your thoughts on that?
I didn't compare to other communities, but I did take some painter's tape over to the arena and try different sizes on our wall. And I think the 4x8 is a nice big banner that is visible from all around the rink. And
Okay,
if it turns out that there's that many people that want the banners, then we can relook at that, because we have room for probably 45 of them.
mhm,
Total. So I think that that's a safe number.
okay.
Yeah.
The only thought was that smaller would bring the investment down, but I mean, it's a starting point, I guess.
Yeah, it wasn't crazy expensive to get these many.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
How many do you expect to get, Caitlin?
So I have a mailing list right now. I just made it, it was about 40, 42, and that's just today that we came up with that. So, I'm hoping at least half of that, and if the initial one doesn't get that many, I can go out to the businesses and try to get more face to face, and then we can try other businesses as well. So
Okay.
we're hoping for at least 26. So that's the goal, but if we can max it out to about 40, 45, that'd be optimal.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, it'll be great for the operating budget.
Gotta try.
There you go, one.
Yeah.
I was filling my form out. So you got two.
Yeah, there was a couple businesses when we did the Dasher advertisements last year that called me repeatedly and were ready for it and excited. And it was, so I'm hopeful about it. Yeah.
Good,
Okay, great.
good work.
Okay, we don't need a motion for that, do we? No?
I would say yes, just so we can put it in the fee schedule and formally have that
Why
noted.
am I
Okay,
missing
do
that?
we have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Lossing, do we have a
I'll
second?
second it.
Second by White. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? Motion carries. Okay, campground committee, campground cancellation policy.
This is something that we talked about in the campground committee a couple meetings ago, was whether or not we would be open to amending our cancellation policy for next year. Currently, we offer travel protection through our booking website. We don't pay anything for it, but and we don't recoup the money that people spend to purchase the travel protection. However, if someone were to cancel, we still get paid for their reservation. Some campers have complained that it's a travel protection. They want proof of this, and this before they'll refund the person. So the campground committee explored the idea of if the council would be open to allowing X amount of days cancellation period to be reimbursed either a set amount or a percentage. And I just needed time to confirm with our reservations software that we can in fact cancel the travel protection at no cost at any time if this is something that we want to go forward with. I would just recommend that if it is a change that we're gonna make, that we do it now before we open reservations for next year.
How many complaints were there?
A few. There were some people people still call occasionally and want to cancel their reservation because X, Y, Z, and I always just say we have a cancellation policy. If you opted in for the travel protections, you can cancel through that, and they didn't, so.
And how close were most of these complaints to, there was like weeks out, months out, or was it just like last minute?
Varies. Some have been, my reservation's in a month, some have been, it's this weekend.
Yeah.
Which is why if you were going to amend it, I would recommend you have up until this many days to cancel.
Or there could be a sliding scale, like if you're canceling, 30 days out, you can have 100% back, or if you're canceling 20 days out, you get 75% back, something like that. But if you're canceling within 7 days, I would say no refund.
Some cities around here that have campgrounds, or some campgrounds around here do like a flat fee is also an option, where if you cancel, they say we allow 30 days cancellation, $50 of your reservation is non-refundable, or 25, or however. So it's up to you guys though.
Would you like us to do some research on what other campgrounds
That's
are
what
doing?
that's what I want to know. I want to know what similar campgrounds with, nice campgrounds like ours are doing. You might have to go to the North Shore and around to find some of those campgrounds, but,
The only issue with that is that reservations open November 1st, so.
oh, you don't have much time.
Yeah,
No
we don't
time.
have another we don't have another council meeting before then.
Oh.
Unless we put it on a special agenda.
We will probably have a special meeting next week, so we could add it to that agenda.
Okay,
Yeah, I think more information would be good.
yep, I'll go for that.
Okay, right, that is tabled then. Now on to schedule campground host interviews. What did we decide
Monday
to do it officially on?
at, what was it?
27th?
27th.
Yep, at 4:30.
Make a motion that we schedule the campground host interviews for Monday, the 27th at, was it 4:30?
Mhm.
Or 4:30?
Motion by White, do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Fitzpatrick. Discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Chief Bissonette resignation from the police department. In the packets.
Make a motion, we accept his resignation.
Okay, motion by White, do we have a second?
Yes.
Second by Lossing. Any discussion?
Yeah, we need to write Troy a nice letter of appreciation on the service he gave our community. Oh. And include a nice letter of appreciation on Troy's service to the community.
Okay, any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries. Accept the resignation. Joe, where did I put my first page now?
We don't have it.
Yep, Joe White resignation from the ambulance department.
I'll move we accept it, send a letter of appreciation to Joe.
Okay. Motion by Lassie, do we have a second?
Second
Second by Fitzpatrick. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
it.
Aye. Nay. Abstain?
Aye.
Motion carries. Put Joe White 2-year leave of absence from the fire department.
I'll make
Okay.
a motion to accept Joe White's.
Second.
Okay. Motion by Fitzpatrick, second by Lossing. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Oh, you didn't say aye. Well, maybe you don't want to.
I was
Nay?
thinking, I'm sorry, I was thinking.
Okay, ayes, nays, abstain?
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Accept Philip Rule's resignation from the police department. Okay. Do we have a motion?
I'll move to accept.
Motion by Lassie. Do we have a second? I'll second. Okay, any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? Motion carries. Okay, on to appoint an interim police chief. I believe Todd has done it in the past. And were you able to talk to Todd?
I have talked to Todd this week, and he is willing to accept that appointment.
Okay. Do we have a motion from
I'll make a
anyone?
motion that we appoint Todd as interim chief of police.
Okay, motion by White. Do we have a
Should
second?
Make it effective, after Troy's gone,
November 1st.
31st,
Yeah, Troy
Yeah.
extended his resignation to the 31st to
31st.
cover the shifts.
Mhm.
So the appointed term will begin on October 31st then. So there's a
No,
handout.
Troy's working that day, so
Oh, he's
November
working that
1st.
day, November 1st then.
Okay. Okay, do we have a second?
Yeah.
Second by Lassie. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? Motion carries. City of Abbott Council Procedural Policy. We have found out that we, the council, or the City of Abbott, in all these years has never had an official procedural policy, which is also statute for conducting meetings. So that's why some of you have noticed a sign-in sheet that we have in now, and if anyone is to speak, they need to also sign in. So we have proper records of who was all here and who wants to speak. So this is all in your in the packet?
Policy is pretty much the same, other than City of Babbitt, as what is listed in the League of Minnesota Cities mayoral handbook.
So we need to adopt this, and then I believe there's also a possibility, or there should be a sergeant of arms? Do you want to expand on that?
So in the procedures on the last page, section G, it does indicate that if speakers who do not follow the direction of the presiding officer will be warned that disruptive conduct will result in removal from the meeting, and after warning, if the conduct continues, presiding officer may ask the speaker to leave, and if necessary, ask the sergeant at arms for assistance with removal of the speaker. And so in order to do that, there needs to be an appointed sergeant of arms. And so that would be something that could be appointed for every meeting or on a per meeting basis. It could be the police officer that's currently on duty, and then an alternate if in fact the officer on duty would happen to go out on a call. So, but just defining that role.
Any thoughts?
Is this a council member that is to be sergeant of arms?
No, it would probably be the police officer currently on duty, or it could be somebody else. It does not need to be a police officer.
So we'd have to appoint somebody who came to the meeting each meeting, or someone that was willing to come to every meeting.
I can see where John's going with that, because if we, if we have a police officer appointed and then there's an emergency, then we're stuck without one. So, and then that other person we wouldn't have them either unless we expect them to be at every meeting no matter what. So I think that is a good question. Can it be somebody from the council? Because someone from the council will always be here. Well, not necessarily that either, but in most cases, the council members will be here. Joel?
Joel, my understanding is you do not have to designate a person by name unless, how does that, help us out, Joel?
I'd be happy to look into it for you.
Well, Robert Rules of Order, which is what we follow, you can appoint a sergeant of the guard at the start of the council meeting. We could go, Tony, would you be the sergeant of the guard today? Or whoever would be here. You don't have to have a set person that's only their sole role. We do it in the VFW all the time. We have a sergeant of guard. They usually take attendance and make sure everybody is present, is allowed to be present with the show our ID, that we're a member and stuff like that. But I do not agree a council member should not be the sergeant at arms. I don't support that at all. It should definitely be looked into if you could find out. I think it should be somebody we appoint at each meeting that's already going to be here from the city, if they're willing to do that. I'm not even so sure we necessarily need to have that. I mean, the mayor has the power of the gavel to stop. And Joel is outstanding at having people shut down when they're getting way off topic. So I'm not sure
right now.
I'm not sure we can look into it, but I'm not sure we need to go that far with it. But I do think that we should definitely adopt the policy. I have not felt my life threatened at any council meeting since we've been here. Some people are very emotional, in my opinion, kind of cross the line on personal attacks that aren't necessary. But unless anybody feels different, I haven't seen anything where there's been potential for violence in the community with people.
Okay. Well, the sergeant of arms is actually next, so we would have to adopt the council procedural policy for meetings. So we can go ahead and do that.
I'll move we adopt it.
Okay, motion by Lassie.
I'll second it.
Second by White. Any discussion?
If it would help, because so it hasn't come up before, because the city has not formally adopted Robert's Rules of Order for conduct, but There are some nuances with that, and if you'd like, I can prepare some additional information for the city in the conduct of the meetings of how that might be affected if in fact we adopt this, which has parliamentary procedure from Robert's rules as part of it. It would be good to ensure that we're able to follow that then more closely.
Okay, thank you. Okay, any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
I,
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries. Appoint a sergeant at arms for council meetings.
I think we
want
should
to
get more
just wait?
information on that and table it for now.
Okay. So tabled. Local Union Teamsters 320 MOU.
I apologize, I should have caught at the beginning of the meeting that we needed to delete this.
Oh, okay.
Just, I can give you a brief update on what's going on with the MOU for the 320. This is the union for the supervisory employees. When we received Chief Bissonet's resignation and we're preparing paperwork for his termination, it was discovered that what we were paying in payroll did not match the contract. And when we went back and looked through everything, we can find where there was absolutely an intent to pay him what he is being paid, which was more than what the contract reads. But there is communication back and forth. There are notes on the contract that were informally made that imply what has happened. And so I've asked the Teamsters to put together an MOU so that the amounts that were paid to Troy, which mathematically match, what looks like the intent was, that we just memorialize that in writing, and then it will also be effective for a new chief being hired under the Teamsters agreement. So, but
Okay.
they have not submitted the MOU to me yet, so that we can take a look at it and review it, and then, so I was hoping we'd have it before this meeting.
Okay, thank you. Okay, fire department skid steer unit purchase.
It's not a skid steer, it's a
I don't
skid
know
unit.
that.
So actually, the number that you have in front of you is incorrect. There was an adjustment made today. So the correct number is $41,730. And what that was a subtraction of two booster hoses that we already own that will be part of this skid unit. Of this $41,730, we applied for a grant from the Federal Department of the Interior. I applied for a grant from the Federal Department of the Interior upon your authorization to do so. And we were awarded $40,000 of that. So looking for approval to go ahead and order this skid unit. What it is, it's an all-in-one unit. They call it a skid unit because it's a combined, all built onto itself, tank, full tank, pump, plumbing, and hose reels that turn a utility truck into a firefighting apparatus. The fire department purchased the truck over a year ago. I don't remember exactly when we made that purchase on the used 2013 Freightliner that we bought. So this is the second half of that to actually turn that into a firefighting truck. This is a billable unit that goes out and bills hourly to the state and to the feds and creates income for the fire department. As part of the federal's move to try and help expand our wildland firefighting nationally, wildland fires are up exponentially. The actual chart that shows how many fires and how many acres per year is absolutely and utterly staggering. So anyway, I'm just looking for approval to spend this $41,730, of which we have $40,000 by grant. to complete this process.
Thank you, Tony. Do we have a motion?
I'll make the motion to allow the fire department to spend $42,000.
Second.
Okay, motion by Fitzpatrick, second by Lassie. Any discussion?
Good job on that, Tony.
Thank you.
That's really good work on your behalf.
It was a lot of legwork without a clerk at the time, so, yeah. Good work on Sarah's behalf too, and Kirsten for that matter, for helping me get that together with the stuff I needed, so.
Thank you.
Nice.
Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I have to abstain.
Abstain, sorry, abstain.
Aye.
Motion carries. Cody Siebert resignation from the ambulance department.
Make a motion, we accept his resignation and send him a thank you letter.
Okay, motion by White. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Lawson, or Fitzpatrick. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? Motion carries. Chicken permit update. I asked for this to be on the agenda. I'm just curious to see, with all the people that were interested in getting chickens, how many chicken permits have been
One.
purchased? One.
All that work for one.
One.
To be fair, someone else did pick up a form last week, and I believe intends on applying, so
One, maybe two.
one, maybe two.
Okay. Thank you for that. If anyone knows of any other chickens out there?
And we're being swamped. I knew it would happen.
I heard some barking the other night.
Okay, we have to go into closed session right now under Minnesota statute 13D05, subdivision 2B, please. So we will close the All right,
Although we go back into regular session.
okay.
I'll second that.
Motion by Lassie, second by Fitzpatrick to go into regular open session. No action will be taken during this time right now, so we will go on to the next action. So, if any regard to closed session. So no, we don't have any action right now that's going to be taken. Next council meeting will be held on November 6th, 2025, 5 p.m.
Make a motion to adjourn?
Motion by White to adjourn. Do we have a second? Second by Lassie. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now we will go on to EDA. All right, let's call the regular EDA meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Counselor Lawson,
Here.
Counselor White,
Here.
Counselor Fitzpatrick, Counselor Lasky.
Here.
Mayor Zakonski.
Here. Public input. Is anyone here for EDA? No? Okay. Would you like to talk? I figured you would. Okay, approve the minutes of the regular meeting of September 17th, 2025.
I'll move we approve.
Okay, motion by Lassie.
I'll second.
Second by White. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries. Any additions or deletions? I see none, but does anyone have any? No? Okay. Loan updates? They are in the packets. Any questions? Nope. Any unfinished business? There is none. Any new business? None?
Move to adjourn.
Okay, motion by
Second.
Lassie, second by White to adjourn the meeting. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting's adjourned. Let's hope for another
My next
nice-
one. You guys have a good night.
You too. Thank you, Joel. All right, I made some homemade vodka